Hello, and here we are for Pilates. So let's do a little sequence. This is tying all of the warm-ups together now into a full sequence of Pilates warm-ups. You'll find that there's a lot of repetition in the Pilates work. So we tend to work in sets of 10 or sets of 5. I'm not always amazing at holding to those counts very true, but we do the exercise over and over, so we can make little adjustments throughout it. So feel free to explore the movement as we go through the exercises today. So you're gonna have your knees bent and the back of the head on the floor, just looking up towards the ceiling. We start with the breath. I've got my little mascot here with me. So you can start with the breath, hands onto the belly. You're welcome to close your eyes down and just notice your natural breath. So your natural breath in and out of the body. Feel your feet on the mat, feel the sacrum, the buttocks, the shoulder blades, the back of the neck. And you're just inhaling through the nose. And just exhaling back out, either through the nose or the mouth. I would encourage a nice open mouth exhalation. So in through the nose is ideal to warm and filter the breath. And open mouth, just like a sigh. And then another one like that, in through the nose. And then exhale. So reminding yourself of the lateral breath in Pilates. So the side ribs expand on the inhale. That's the idea of breathing into the side ribs on the inhale. So you can have your hands up at the ribs if you want to feel into that. And then the exhale, the ribs draw in and down. As far as the lower belly is concerned, the breath in through the nose, once again, should still be the side ribs. And then you find a pursed lip exhalation. So an active exhalation. You should feel the muscles across the lower belly just tighten a little bit, go towards like a trampoline. So in through the nose. Exhale out through the pursed lips. And there's a little tightening through that lower belly. So the second principle, moving into your warm-up of imprint and release, remind yourself of where your neutral pelvis is. So the base of the hand onto those hip bones, the fingers to the top ridge of the pubic bone, and you create the triangle with the hands parallel to the floor. So you might need to adjust the position of the pelvis to find that. And then you'll work imprint on the exhale. So allow the pubic bone to sit a little bit higher than the hip bones. And then your inhale rocks back to neutral. Exhale to imprint. And inhale to neutral. Reminding yourself that you're not going all of the way into a flat back position here. We call that the 100% range of movement. But just a 20% range of movement is imprint. Yeah? So inhale is neutral. Exhale to imprint, ribs to hip connection. The hips move up towards the ribs a little bit. On that exhale, the ribs are drawing down. So we tighten up the space between the ribs and the hips. So if you'd like to, we're going to do leg slides next. And sometimes you just need to find a little shuffle along your mat so that you're not going to, so that you have the length of your leg at the mat. If your leg's over the mat, as you draw your leg back, you'll sometimes draw your mat back. So just make sure you've got a good distance there. And so we allow one leg, but let's keep the left leg really nice and stable here. This is pelvic stability. So it's still looking at that second principle of the pelvis. So we allow one leg to open out to the side. And then slide the foot away directly in line with your buttocks. So try not to let it send out to the side, but it's straight down underneath you. Roll the leg towards an internal rotation, like pigeon toe, and then draw the leg back up or slide the leg back on the mat. There might be a little knock-knee position here and just allow the leg to come back into parallel. So you're going to inhale to open the leg out to the side and slide the leg away. And exhale to roll the leg in and draw it back up. And it should feel pretty nice once you get the flow of it. So inhale, leg out without letting the opposite hip lift. Slide the leg away, roll the leg in, and exhale, draw the leg back up. Let's do 2 more. So we'll do 5 on each side. Stay true to the tradition of Pilates counting and slide the leg away. Roll the leg in and exhale, draw the leg back up. One more time, breathe in through the nose, keep the pelvis stable, slide the leg away, only to the point where you can still keep the pelvis stable. So if you take the leg away and you feel an arch in your back, you might not need to take the leg all of the way to straight. And then you can exhale and draw it all the way back up. Beautiful. Awesome. So let's go to the other side. So inhale, leg opens to the side and slides directly underneath you. Exhale, roll the leg in and draw it back up. Inhale, lateral rotation or external rotation. Slide the leg away. And then roll the leg in and draw it back up. Exhale. 3 more times. Inhale to open and slide. Exhale to roll it in and draw it back up. 2 more. Inhale, open and slide. I really like working with my hands on my hips here to feel what's going on, whether there is any movement in the pelvis. Obviously, if there's movement in the pelvis, just take the leg out to the side a little bit less and see if you can keep the pelvis stabilized that way. And exhale to draw all the way back in. Beautiful. Because you're laying on your back, let's do this one laying down today. So reach the arms up towards the ceiling, palms face in towards each other and hands are at shoulder width apart. We go into protraction of the scapula by reaching the fingers up towards the ceiling and then allow them just to settle back to neutral. So we're going to do protraction 3 times. So reach your shoulder, the outer shoulders sort of feel like they're coming up off the mat a little bit, and then allow your arms to soften back. And one more time, reach the fingers towards the ceiling and releasing all of the way back. And now we go into the reverse. So retraction is like plugging your arm bones down towards the floor. You might feel your ribs pop a little bit, like lift up a little bit here, simply because we're laying on our back. And then come back once again to neutral. So you want to try and find that there's a position in the middle of these 2. So retraction, sort of feel the inside wings of your shoulder blades pushing into the floor, your little chicken wings at the back there, and then return back to neutral. And one more time, go into retraction, and then release to neutral. Turn the palms, we're going to work straight into arm circles now. So turn the palms towards the knees. We take the arms overhead on an inhale, only to the point, or don't worry about the breath for a moment. Take the arms overhead only to the point where the ribs don't start lifting up off the mat. So depending where that position is for you is where the arms will be. And then exhale, circle the arms around towards the hips. Then it's an inhale again, lifting the arms up and back only to the point where the ribs stay contained. And then exhale, circle the hands around to the hips. So this one is very much more about the rib cage placement, the third principle. Inhale up and over. And exhale. The scapula is moving as well through this exercise. Inhale up, exhale, circle around, and let's do one more here for good measure. Inhale, hands up to the ceiling and back just to the point where the ribs stay contained, and then exhale, circle the hands all the way around to the hips. Good. We've got 2 more exercises to complete the warm-up. So the second last one is elevation and depression of the scapula. So you can have your palms I like to face my palms in. For this one, you can turn your palms down. I like my little fingers down towards the floor. You can also have your palms facing up. So either position is fine. You're just going to allow your fingers to reach down towards your heels, and you're depressing the shoulder blades there. And then allow your shoulders just to sneak up a little bit towards your ears. And that's elevation of the scapula. So you might be able to feel, keep going, draw the fingers back down towards the heels, and then shoulders lifting up a little bit towards the ears. You don't need to overdo the movement. Slide the fingers down and take your awareness into your shoulder blades at the back. You might feel that there's muscles working to move the shoulder blades around here. Let's go one more time. Down into depression, fingers towards the heels, and then lift the shoulders up into elevation. And then there's somewhere in the middle. So neutral would be in the middle. And you can just relax the hands down. The final principle incorporates our head nods. So you're looking straight up towards the ceiling with your gaze, and then imagining that that's a red traffic light. And you're just going to move your gaze towards the orange traffic light. Imagine that your orange traffic light is kind of just straight up above your belly button or your hips. And then just return the gaze back up. So you can do this with your hands down. I'm taking my arm up to give you an idea of the gaze. So looking straight up, this is my hands indicating where your eyes are looking. And then you're looking to that orange traffic light, because it's a very subtle movement in the head, and then return back to the red traffic light. So little head nods, little chin to the chest movement, and then returning back to that red traffic light. Beautiful. So that is the warm-up, and that is us for the little sequence of Pilates for today. So that's the beginner course warm-up. It's been really lovely to have you along for the journey, and I look forward to working with you again really soon. Thank you so much.